Howdy.
You guys are lucky. You just finished the wrong boat. Something's wrong with mine. Just got to keep people moving. Try to keep them happy. How y'all doing today? Good. My name's Tommy. I'll be your captain. Y'all ever been on airboat before?
Just came off the one over there.
Okay. Well, then keep your hats on tight. Make sure they're on tight. Anything that can drop off in the bottom of the boat or fly out of the boat, just please hold on to. Let's go for a ride.
Keep your hair on too. So you don't lose your wig.
Straight? Is it
Dwight,
straight?
have you run this today? All right. I think you're gonna have to take it for a ride. When I had it at the dock and I'd rev it up like real hard, it kind of like cough and want to stall out, and then it's got a knock in it. Now these trees we're surrounded by, these are called red mangrove. There's 3 different types. There's red, white, and black. The red ones are the only ones with this root system. These are the ones that the Indians call the walking tree. Also look up in them and you'll see some yellow leaves, discolored leaves. They call these sacrificial leaves. Because what they do is they filter out impurities in the water so the rest of the tree can stay living. I like your liver out there. dead stuff.
See the top of it? It looks like a ball.
Is there like a time that the babies are normally born?
Around August.
August?
They're starting mating season now. They got feller and doing all kinds of stuff. As you can see, we had a mama that she had a clutch of about 18 to 20 of them, but the birds ate well over 2/3 of them. We only got a few of them left. As you can see, when they hatch out of their eggs, they're about the size of a dollar bill, but they can grow up to 1 foot a year or so for the first 5 years. Then they slow down on their length growth, start growing a wider girth, the head starts getting bigger. Then they'll stay growing at a length rate of somewhere between like 3 to 7 inches every year after that, depending on their food source. They can live up to anywhere between 55 and 75. They have been known to live up to 100 in captivity. They have 80 teeth in their mouth, 40 on top, 40 on the bottom. If they break one, lose one, or whatnot, there's another one that replaces it. They say lifetime of an alligator, they can go through anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 teeth. It'd be a nice ability to have, wouldn't it? What it is, their teeth are real thick and heavy, but they're hollow. So the tooth that's growing there's already one growing up inside of it. So he knocks the one out, the other one keeps growing. Once it gets up to a certain height, another one will start.
What do they normally eat?
Anything, birds, turtles, fish, blue crabs out here, tourists, whatever they can find. I had one the other day grab a blue crab floating down that first place we stopped and talked, down at the south end of it. We were sitting there looking at that gator and I saw something coming by and there was a blue crab and she grabbed a hold of it and ate it. Let's go see a big boys out. See his jaw there on the left. He got a big rogue gator come out here, big 12-footer. Him, both of them got in a fight. And that one grabbed a hold of the bottom jaw and broke it off. It's just hanging there by the skin. But he's still surviving. That's been about 3-4 months ago. Now, the reason they're laying out on the banks is, you know, is because they're a cold-blooded reptile, and the temperatures changed last night and everything started getting cooler yesterday afternoon. And all those knots you see on their back is like a built-in solar system for them during the wintertime, during this time of the year, wintertime. Each one of those knots is a bone called a scoop. They're very porous on top, smooth on the bottom with a bunch of tiny pinholes in it. What happens is they stay full of blood and body fluids all the time. So when the temperatures start changing, air temperature, water temperature, these gators know what's going on. They know. So instinctively they crawl out on the bank. And what happens then, everything heats up on their back. So when the temperatures drop more, their body temperature drops below like 69 or 70 degrees, then that blood and everything will start getting released through those scoots a little bit at a time to keep them warm. Another reason they lay out, because their body temperature needs to be at least 85 degrees before the enzymes in their stomach will start working to digest their food. So places has gators where it gets colder and stays colder longer. They've been known not to eat for a month or so. Actually, they have records of them not eating for a year and still survive. Because I know they can control their heart rate, and I think I read something where they can control their metabolism. Pretty amazing animals. That's why they've been around for hundreds of millions of years. That's the last dinosaurs, those and the crocodiles. just started showing up, which they're late to already start making their nests and everything because the high water is going to start hitting as soon as rains start here in, what's this, March, April, May. Their eggs won't be hatched out enough and they'll probably lose them. Because see what happens, usually they get here earlier when it's drier and make their nests and everything. They start showing up, then they'll pair off. Each one of them lay 4 eggs at a time, only 4 eggs. And once all of them hatch out, then they'll take them and swim them across wherever they're at, put them in this tall grass and hide them in there until they get bigger and bigger where they can fly and stuff. Because we got a lot of peregrine falcons around here, auks, and the eagles across the street. I read up on them. They say that they're from Colombia, South America. Can't see them coming all the way, flying all the way this way.
Yes,
How
Sam.
long have you been doing this?
Oh, I've had it ever since I was like
Around the
13 years old.
basement with Captain
About 52
Stevens.
years.
You born and raised down this way?
Yes. Everglades City. All right, please watch your steps coming off the boat. You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't get a check.
Thank you much.
Number 28 to meet your captain at Dock E.
How was it, girls? Was it fun? You like airboat rides? Yeah. You weren't sure if you were going to like it or not, right?